Fudeso, Technology of Future.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fudeso's introductory video. Some of you may have heard of the word Johkasou. Today, let's find out what Johkasou is. The advantages and structure of this system. As you know, water plays an important role in human life and the natural environment. But do you know that all of our activities can pollute water? Our eating, bathing, and manufacturing activities release pollutants such as BOD, COD, TSS, etc. If not treated and released into the environment, it will affect the ecosystem and the water source itself. Especially in residential areas, urban areas, and cities, water pollution due to daily activities is more likely to occur. Due to high population density and complex distribution, the concentration of pollutants is higher. If not treated, this polluted water source will return to affect the lives of people in that area. Thus, domestic wastewater treatment is a mandatory requirement to preserve water resources. Centralized wastewater treatment plant is also a solution. However, it is not suitable for all cases, especially in areas without synchronous planning for wastewater collection pipeline system and land area to build centralized wastewater treatment plant, for example. Old towns or urban areas built a long time ago, rural areas where housing and population density are sparse, mountainous areas or areas with complex terrain, difficult to install wastewater collection pipe network system. Tourist areas and villas have scattered and inconsistent locations of houses, areas that suffer from many natural disasters such as earthquakes, landslides, etc. The installation of wastewater collection pipelines is prone to risks of breakage and fracture. The project is divided into investment phases. For example, the project is expected to build 200 houses, 100 houses in first phase. However, it is necessary to build a pipeline system and a centralized wastewater treatment plant for 200 houses right from the beginning. This is wasteful and expensive. In addition, centralized wastewater treatment plants cause loss of space, odor, and noise, affecting the living environment and aesthetics of the city. We would like to offer a more effective solution, which is to use Johkasou. So what is Johkasou? In Japanese, joka means cleaning. So means tank. Johkasou is an on-site wastewater treatment system originating from Japan. The characteristic of Johkasou is that it can treat black wastewater, which is wastewater from toilets, and gray wastewater, wastewater from cooking, washing, bathing, etc., right at the source of pollution before releasing it into the environment. Johkasou has many advantages. While traditional 3 to 4 compartment septic tanks can only receive black wastewater from toilets, Johkasou can receive all wastewater from daily activities including toilets, bathing, washing, cooking, cleaning, etc. Second, it has good waterproofing ability. For concrete or brick tank, making waterproofing very complicated. If the waterproofing is not good or natural disasters such as earthquakes, subsidence, landslides occur. These tanks are very susceptible to leakage and cause mass environmental incidents. While Johkasou uses FRP shells, which are carefully tested for water leakage before leaving the factory, there are almost no water leaks. The third advantage is that Johkasou has a short construction time, only about 1/3 to 1/2 of the time compared to building a concrete tank or a brick tank. Johkasou installation requires less construction work that affects the current state of the building's surface. The work is simple, just digging a hole, building a foundation, lowering the tank and filling sand around the tank. Next, Johkasou has a flexible installation location. Because of its compact structure, Johkasou can be flexibly installed in many different places such as above ground, under the garage, walkways, floors, grass yard, and can even replace the traditional septic tank in your home. Easy to operate and maintain. The Johkasou system is very easy to use. Even a building security guard or a father in the family can operate and maintain the Johkasou. Just remember 3 simple steps: weekly preliminary cleaning, monthly addition of disinfectant chemicals, and annual call desludge truck. Are you worried about the electricity bill for Johkasou? Don't worry. Because Johkasou mainly uses microorganisms to treat wastewater, it consumes very little electricity and chemicals.
For a 1, 2, 3 cubic meter per day Johkasou system for households, Johkasou's air blower only consumes 68-140 W, equivalent to an incandescent light bulb. In addition, the noise level of these air blowers is only equivalent to a household fish tank oxygenator. 7th, Johkasou can be used for many buildings with different purposes such as civil houses, villas, residential areas, guardhouses or warehouses, farms, tourist areas, office buildings, hospitals, factories and hotels. In this video, I will focus on small Johkasou sets for households with a capacity of 1 cubic meter, 2 cubic meter, 3 cubic meter per day. If you want to learn about larger Johkasou systems for factories or hospitals, please refer to other videos on our YouTube page. The most important strong point is Johkasou no need for complex pipe networks and minimizes accident chains. Johkasou treats wastewater at the point of generation, so it does not require a huge wastewater collection network. This advantage helps Johkasou save costs compared to centralized wastewater treatment systems. In addition, if the area has natural disasters such as earthquakes or landslides, subsidence, the wastewater collection networks are easily broken or collapsed. Wastewater cannot be treated, causing major incidents. Repairing this sewer system is very difficult and expensive because they are buried underground, and if repaired, it will affect the buildings above ground. But this does not happen in Johkasou tank options. Because each Johkasou system operates independently, if an incident occurs, it will only occur locally in that system without affecting other systems, helping to avoid a series of consecutive incidents. Last but not least, Johkasou can help investors allocate budget effectively according to each project phase. Example, project to invest in 500 houses. Each house is estimated to generate 1 cubic meter of wastewater per day. The project is divided into investment and construction phases and sales as follows. First year to build 100 houses, second year to build 200 houses, third year to build 200 houses. Thus, if a centralized wastewater collection system is built, the investor will have to spend a huge amount of money to build a collection pipeline system and a wastewater treatment plant with a capacity of 500 cubic meters per day and night from the first year of the project. Meanwhile, the number of apartments put into use is 100. The input flow is only 1/5 of the design capacity. This causes a huge waste. If using Johkasou, the investor can install Johkasou and sell the houses accordingly. This option helps investors save more and allocate budget resources effectively. Here is a summary of the advantages of Johkasou. So why should you use Fudeso's Johkasou? First, Fudeso always listens to customers' opinions and improves every day. With more than 15 years of operation, Fudeso always upgrades its products to satisfy customers, such as upgrading the aesthetics of the FRP tank shell, upgrading measuring tools from manual to automatic display. Second, after-sales service. We commit to providing free online consultation to all customers worldwide about Johkasou systems or wastewater treatment issues. For projects in Vietnam, we commit that within 24 hours of receiving feedback about problems with the wastewater treatment system, Fudeso technicians will be present at the site to find the cause and fix the problem. In addition, we will instruct customers on how to use and transfer technology to customers so that customers can control water quality in the most proactive way. During the warranty period, Fudeso will check the Johkasou system for free every 3 months. Technicians are also equipped with modern measuring equipment to monitor water quality on site most accurately. Strict quality control process. Throughout the production process, customers are directly involved in quality control to achieve the highest quality products. After receiving the project information, Fudeso will proceed to design and send all design drawings to the customer. The set of documents includes FRP tank shell fabrication drawings, pipe connection drawings, electrical control cabinet drawings, even 3D perspective photos and videos for customers to easily visualize.
Calculating the structure of on-site wastewater treatment tanks is currently still neglected in some companies, leading to many unfortunate incidents of tanks during use. We only produce if the customer approves the design. During the production process until the manufacturing is completed, inspection reports are continuously sent to customers, such as shape and size inspection reports, water leak test in 24-hour reports. Even the results of material sample analysis to see if it meets the required strength. If the customer has any comments during this process, Fudeso will make corrections and send back reports before, during, and after the correction. This process is repeated until the finished product is created and meets the customer's requirements. After completion, customers can go directly to Fudeso factory to check the product themselves. Fourth, design diversity is flexible. Fudeso understands that no two projects are exactly the same. Each customer will have different requirements, standards, and budget limits. Therefore, Fudeso has launched many new designs and molds to be flexible with each project. Fudeso has 4 types of cylindrical molds with different diameters, of which the 2 meter and 2.2 meter diameter types can be placed in international shipping containers. In addition, from 2023, we will develop more capsule-shaped mold sets for small household wastewater treatment tanks. Manual grease traps from 1 to 6 cubic meters are also commercially available alongside European automatic grease traps. With the equipment used in the Johkasou system, we also have many different choices for customers. Last but not least, competence and experience. As of 2024, with 15 years of operation, Fudeso has implemented more than 200 Johkasou projects at home and abroad. Since our establishment, we have registered trademarks and author copyrights to increase our recognition. Since 2023, we have been granted exclusive patents and ISO 9001:2015 to protect our designs and protect the interests of Fudeso distributors. We are honored to be an inspiration and partner of experts in the same field in Vietnam, Myanmar, Japan, UK. Fudeso's goal is not only business but mainly the desire to contribute our small part to the development of science and technology, environmental protection, and sustainable development of Vietnam in particular and the world in general. In the final part, let's learn about the structure of Fudeso's Johkasou tank for household use. Domestic wastewater often contains large impurities such as feces, toilet paper, and sand. These impurities are settled by gravity to the bottom of the sludge tank, avoiding clogging of the next tank compartments. The water will then go to the anoxic tank and MBBR tank and begin the microbial treatment process.
Microbial wastewater treatment is a method of cultivating and maintaining microorganisms so that they can grow, develop, and decompose complex organic pollutants in wastewater into simpler substances that do not pollute the environment. Microorganisms use pollutants as their food. Through the metabolic process of microbial cells, carbon-based pollutants will be converted into water, CO2 gas, biomass, and release a small amount of energy. In addition, with the presence of oxygen, the nitrification and denitrification processes are also carried out by microorganisms to convert ammonium in human urine into nitrite, nitrate, and the final product is nitrogen gas. Depending on the culture environment and the amount of dissolved oxygen in the wastewater, there are many different kinds of microorganisms, taking on different roles. In general, there are 4 most important kinds of microorganisms, including nitrosomonas and nitrobacteria in the aeration tank, playing a role in the nitrification and BOD decomposition process. Pseudomonas and bacillus reduce nitrate in the anoxic tank. In the Fudeso design, the anoxic compartment uses a spherical substrate and coarse aeration to mix nutrients while ensuring dew below 1 mg per liter. Wastewater will then be transferred to the aerobic tank. There are many different aerobic tank technologies. Fudeso chooses to use MBBR technology. This is an improved technology from the traditional aerotank activated sludge technology by adding to the wastewater media with high mechanical strength, large surface area, and good adhesion. Now let's learn more about these MBBR media.
MBBR media is like a house for microorganisms, where they continuously grow, develop, degrade, break down complex pollutants into simpler substances that are not harmful to the environment and repeat this process. This creates many layers of microorganisms on a media surface. And this is an important factor that makes MBBR technology more stable than traditional aerotank technology. For example, if there is a sudden change in the inlet wastewater, such as a sudden increase in flow, or a sudden increase in pollution concentration, or a long-term power outage, microorganisms in the aerotank are very vulnerable due to lack of protection or adhesion. They will be shocked, die en masse and drift with the sludge, leading to loss. Raising microorganisms will be very time-consuming, taking 1 to 2 months. The same case with MBBR technology is different. Only the outer layers of microorganisms are affected and lost. The inner layers of microorganisms still exist and they continue their development process, creating many new layers of microorganisms to replace the old layers. This is the reason why MBBR technology has better endurance and stability. And the time to recultivate microorganisms after mutation will be much shorter, only about 1 to 2 weeks. Not only are there many layers of microorganisms, on one media surface there are also 3 types of microorganisms present at the same time: anaerobic microorganisms in the innermost layer, anoxic microorganisms in the middle layers, and aerobic microorganisms in the outermost layers. This helps MBBR have higher treatment efficiency and a smaller tank volume compared to aerotank technology, which requires you to create environment for each type of microorganisms separately. Finally, Fudeso uses media made from HDPE or polypropylene, which have a lifespan of up to 50 years, according to the manufacturer's research. No require annual replacement or replenishment during use. The sludge produced by the biomass of microorganisms settles to the bottom of the sedimentation tank. The water goes into the filter box to remove floating sludge and through the disinfection box to remove pathogenic microorganisms before flowing into the environment. Nitrate-rich water after the MBBR tank and sludge settled to the bottom of the tank will be pumped by airlift pump to the sludge tank and anoxic tank to make denitrification process. The pollution treatment efficiency of this Johkasou tank can reach more than 90%. That's all. I think it is the time to say goodbye. If you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe to support us. If you have any questions or concerns, do not hesitate to contact us via email and phone number below. Don't forget our motto: Sustainable Foundation, Bright Future. See you in the next videos and have a nice day.